What's going on? These are my picks for Season 8, Week 9 of Dana White's Contender Series. There's some really good fights this week, so I'm pretty excited. First fight is Sean Gauchi versus Anthony Drillich. Gauchi's a pretty good kickboxer. He beat Steve Urseg in 2017. He has a lot of power in his overhand right, just kind of a lot of power in general. Solid takedown defense. His grappling isn't bad, and he's a pretty good gas tank. Drillich, on the other hand, he's a BJJ black belt. He has a super powerful back left hand. He fights southpaw. I mean, he has really, really good boxing, and his grappling isn't bad either. For this fight, though, I think I'm going to take Drillich. I feel like his striking is just as good as Gauchi's. I think his power is pretty similar, at least in his left hand, and his grappling is good too. Gauchi seems to be like a pressure fighter type of guy, and Drillich, who has great counter striking, I think he could punish Gauchi when he blitzes in. So I'm going to go Anthony Drillich by KO in round 2. Next fight is Vanilto and Tunes versus Islam Dulatov. And Tunes is kind of wild. And he has wild striking, pretty good takedown defense, solid grappling. He has good power, just kind of throws wildly. I mean, he's beat pretty good competition. He's beat some former UFC guys. I think 2 or 3 former UFC guys. So he's not bad by any means. Islam Dulatov, on the other hand, I mean, he's huge. He's 6'5" at 170. He has super good striking, and he has a lot of power. He throws great combos, good kicks. His jiu-jitsu is a little questionable. I mean, he's like a minus 700 favorite, so I don't mind taking him. So I'm going to go Dulatov by round 1 KO. Third fight is Lucas Camacho versus Mario Pinto. I wasn't very impressed by Camacho. He has super sloppy striking. He gets rocked a lot. He gets hit with a lot of leg kicks. I mean, he's okay power, not great for a heavyweight. Pretty bad wrestling, pretty bad cardio, but he's kind of just a dog. He just kind of figures out how to get some wins. Pinto, on the other hand, he's pretty good. He's 6'5". He has great defensive wrestling and jiu-jitsu. He has great kicks, which I think could be tough for Camacho. He's very composed. He has good ground and pound, and like I said, great hands. I think Camacho might blitz him a little bit, but I think Pinto will be too composed and too good at striking. So I think Pinto striking will get it done and put out Camacho in round 2. So Mario Pinto, round 2 KO. Next fight is Cody Steele. Some people might have heard of him. He's a pretty big jiu-jitsu guy. What I saw from his MMA fights, he has good hands. He kind of blitzes into his combos. I mean, great wrestling, great jiu-jitsu, solid kicks. You know, he's just a pretty good fighter. Chasen Blair, he's kind of more of a boxer. It looked like to me, but he did wrestle D1 at UNC. He has pretty good hands. He has good kicks. He just fights with his hands low, which I think could be a problem. So he's great wrestling and pretty good ground and pound. Overall, I feel like these guys are pretty similar fighters. I think Blair has a slight advantage on the feet, and Steele has a pretty solid advantage on the ground. I just think Steele's a better fighter, though. I think Steele's gonna maybe hurt him on the feet, take him down, and then get a sub or a ground and pound finish in round 2. But I think I'm gonna go sub by round 2. Last fight is Islam Mazarov versus Artem Vakitov. These guys have like a combined 6 pro MMA fights. Islam Mazarov, he's a pretty good takedown defense. He's pretty quick for heavyweight. He's not very big though. He's like 6'1". He's pretty good clinch fighter, throws good knees, solid jiu-jitsu. He's always looking for subs, it feels like, and decent kickboxing. Vakitov, he's like a pure kickboxer. He fought in Glory. He went to a split decision with Alex Pereira. He's really, really good. I don't think there's much more to say to this fight. I think Vakitov's kickboxing will just be way too much. He's just way too good. And I think he'll knock out Islam in round 1.